in. Let's start with what X39 is. X39, it's a small wearable patch, okay, and it uses cutting-edge technology to boost your body's natural healing abilities. Now, it is non-transdermal, meaning that nothing is transferring into the skin or into the body. So it's not like a smoker's patch or a nicotine patch or a hormone patch or anything like that. It is non-invasive and it is 100% natural. Now, with that said, we will start there and we will get deeper into it, but I'm so excited to share with you our first guest testimonial. Now, this one is particularly special to me because it is my mum. Now, I admit I have talked her into doing this. It's only taken a good month to do, by the way, but I am so glad that she's agreed because so many need to hear her story.
Years ago, I had chronic back pain. Good doctor in New Zealand. He said, "I'll go to physio," and I went back to him and I said, "It's just like ants crawling over my back. I feel no different." And he said, "Well, would you consider alternative medicine?" And I said, "Well, I didn't think you'd be into that." "Oh," he said, "I'm into anything that can help people." So he put me on to a girl who was the head, I suppose you'd call her the head physio of the New Zealand women's hockey team. I mean, we're going back maybe 30 years. And she said to me, "Oh, I don't really want to touch your back without a scan. Can you afford a scan?" I said, "I'll pay for anything. I just got to get rid of this." So off I go, paid quite a few hundred for a scan in those days. And it came back, I had degeneration of the spine. So she did acupuncture, and then she suggested, and it's free to anyone that wants it, a book called Treat Your Own Back that was written by a Kiwi who the Americans have claimed. It was good, but I had to work and I could control my pain, but I liked walking. I liked gardening. There was no way I could get on the end of a shovel, otherwise my back would go. So when Deb came over this year, my back sort of goes on and off. She left, and I hate grab rails in the outhouse. But anyway, I've never been so grateful for that flipping grab rail because my back went on me. And I could not sit and I could not stand. I was cast, and that's a horrible feeling. Anyway, when she got home, she contacted me and she said, "I think, we've got something here." And that's where it started. So by this time we're June, and, the back comes and the back goes. But anyway, I got delivered some patches. And we were all going out, and I thought, "Oh, yeah, this is a bit hocus pocus." But yeah, I fronted up with the money, and I thought, "All right, yeah, okay, well, I'll try anything." And I couldn't believe it, but I believe it's unusual, but I was like almost a one-patch wonder, an instant. Couple of days. Anyway, I only had the one patch, the one sleeve of them, and I thought, "Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, it's all right." No, I just used a patch up. And then I thought, "Oh, I'm nearly out. Well, what if it comes back?" So I started metering them out, and I'd put a patch on, I'd take it off, and then a couple of days later, I put another one. Yeah, what happened? I couldn't go out and garden like I had been. I belong to a Heart Foundation walking club, and we walk at our local mall. Number of people there that complain their knees are giving out because we're walking on concrete. Anyway, I was going to walking club. When my back was bad, I could only do 2,000 steps, and that was pushing it. It was horrible. So once I've gotten stuck into the patches, I now walk 7,000 steps in the mornings. And then, I mean, by the end of the day, I've probably done 11,000 steps. I mean, they have certainly changed my life. But the other day I went on a trip, not the sort you'd like to go on. I was rushing around. I work in an information centre 2 days a week, usually 1 day. But anyway, this day I said to my colleague, we've got to walk a bit of a distance to the bathroom. So I said, I'm just going over to the bathrooms. I'll take your time. She said, I'll go when you get back. And I was, I mustn't let her wait. I'd better rush. So I rush over there. Coming back, I go in to the bathrooms. I come out and the car park underneath this building was empty. So I thought, I'll trot across there. So I fly across there, and as I went on my little trip, 2 nice gentlemen stopped, helped me and said, are you all right? And I thought, I've been diagnosed with osteoporosis, but I stopped that treatment because the dentist won't touch your mouth if you're on it. Doctors and dentists tend to disagree on that one. Dentist was reluctant to. So I went to a naturopath and got some bone matrix tablets, took extra vitamin D and did all the thing. And when I got up, I thought, my hand's a little bit sore. Why is it not broken? I still can't answer that.
And you fell pretty hard on that, didn't you, Mum?
That took the whole 2 grazed knees, and my wrist went down to save my head.
Yeah.
And it's not broken. So that's told me that little patch I wear has done more than fixed my back. The neighbour, she was, one afternoon I arrived home and she's in the unit next door. She was struggling to load the back of her vehicle. And she said, can you help? I thought, oh, yeah, I'll help you. I said, you don't want to get Gary, the caretaker? No. She said, no. I said, I'll help. Now, we lifted ladders and all sorts. Her back didn't hurt. I mean, I honestly say it's amazing. It really is. I cannot believe it.
Thank you so much for sharing, Mum. I really, really appreciate you jumping on and doing this for us. So I appreciate that. So let's talk about how it works. It's a unique form of light therapy. Okay, so you apply the patch to your skin. It is literally like a sticker. In fact, my husband, who was the biggest skeptic, by the way, he laughed when he saw them. He was like, Deb, that's just like a little plaster. But he won't go a day without patching now. And you'll learn why. Anyways, once you apply the patch, it's immediately activated by body heat. Okay, now remember that body heat is a form of light. Now, I admit I didn't know much about that when I first started. But yes, humans do emit light. It's not visible to the naked eye, but of course, that's how night goggles work. They sense the infrared light coming from our bodies, and they convert it to visible light that our eyes can see. Now, this light that our bodies emit is what activates the patch. That then causes it to reflect very specific wavelengths of light back into our body. And by doing that, it increases our copper peptide levels, and that then reactivates the stem cells. So think of it like going out in the sun. Okay, when you go out in the sunlight, that triggers a release of vitamin D in your body, right? That's common knowledge. You don't see it, you don't feel it, but it happens. So it's a very similar example of how light will cause a chemical change in the body. Just as the sunlight initiates a chemical reaction that produces vitamin D, the specific wavelengths of light reflected by the X39 patch elevates your copper peptides, which then reactivate your stem cells. You don't see it, you don't feel it, but it creates change in your body. Now, with the testimonials that we've shared so far with Mum, you'll already have seen just some of the benefits, but the benefits of elevating this peptide and reactivating your stem cells are absolutely stunning. Now, before we go any further, we're going to hear a quick testimonial of Shelley. So, Shelley, can you just unmute yourself, hon, and let's hear your story.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My quick story. Gosh, I've got a couple of minutes. So I've got a bit to share, but I'll focus in on my knee. A couple of years ago, or 2 years ago, I was, the orthopedic surgeon said I had osteoarthritis in the side of my left knee. So, and I was having a lot of pain. So I'd been having pain prior to that. So I went along to see him and see what he had to say. But, you know, there wasn't much he could do. So I went away and I thought, right, I'm going to do something about this. And I was getting pain. I couldn't walk upstairs. I couldn't walk downstairs without pain. I couldn't sleep and find a comfortable position to sleep in without pain. I'd stopped walking. I was a walker like you, Judy. I'd walked a lot. You know, I was a very active person. I was a gymmy person. I played a lot of sport when I was younger. And all of a sudden, I had this knee that was just debilitating. I couldn't believe it. So I tried all sorts of therapies, you know, massage and physio and acupuncture and all that sort of thing. But it was only short-lived. You know, the pain went for a wee while, or it didn't go at all. So I thought, well, that's not working either. So it's just been like quite, because I'm an active person, it's been quite disappointing because I'm 63 and I'm thinking, oh God, you know, I thought I'd be still jogging down the road or walking 10 Ks a day or at my age, you know, sort of thing, because I don't feel 60, but anyway. So that's the before picture. Quite changed my life, you know, that stuff, that little bit of thing in my knee is changing my life, or was changing my life. And then I found the patches. I've been using the patch, the X39, for 3 months, and a couple of the supplementary packs for about 5 weeks, and I don't have pain at night. I can sleep at night without having to shuffle around and find a position that I couldn't put my other knee on that knee, and then when I went on that side, I had to get a pillow to do that side, and then, you know, it was just ridiculous. So now I've got no pain at night. I can stretch my leg out in the night and not get pain. I was just thinking about it. I had to race up and get my new packs today from the mailbox, and at my driveway is 200 meters long one way, and I raced up there because I had to get there because I left the pots on the stove. But anyway, so I thought, I'll just quickly go and get the packs and then I'll quickly come back. Wow. I mean, that was like, you know, it was like, well, that didn't give me any pain at all to actually race up there and race back. So to me, something's helping me out, and I'm pretty sure it's these patches, because it's just a game changer for me. I was a bit skeptical right at the beginning, thinking, how does this really work? But when you think about it, the light reflecting back your own light, there's no substances, there's no chemicals, there's no drugs. And that's the part that I love, is my own body's healing my own body, which is pretty, you know, that's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shelley. Really appreciate you sharing.
Also,
that's fantastic. Now, did you know that the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age? And also the slower that you heal. Now, I didn't know much about stem cells at all when I first started with this. Now, I did learn that by the time you're 30 years old, only half your stem cells are active. And by the time you're 60, you're lucky if you have 10% of them. And that is why our bodies degenerate with age. That's why we get the aches, the pains, the arthritis, and all of those other things that come from aging. And I just want to make one thing clear, that this is not just for age-related issues. Now, I'm a relatively healthy person, so when I started using X39, I didn't expect to see much change. But I'm really surprised and glad when I did. So, for example, the first thing I noticed is when I would get off my bed after like watching a movie or being on social media or something, you'd get off your bed and you'd have to like unfold your body. You know that feeling where you're just like, and you get up and you walk out that door like feeling like a little old lady for a little while there for a first few minutes. Well, that's how I felt. And I thought, there was nothing that you could do about that. I never, ever expected that to be something that would change. Now, actually, I'm going to be honest, and I know this sounds crazy, but that afternoon, I think it even was, I actually had zero pain. And I wanted to go and tell the world about that right there and then. And I actually told my friend, I'm like, I have to tell everyone about this. And she's like, no, don't do that now because people won't believe you. And I sort of thought, yeah, and I should never let anyone shut me down like that. And she was doing it out of kindness. It wasn't anything bad. But I get people would be skeptical, but I was just like, I was amazed because I thought that would be something I would live with forever because it's normal, right? And now I'm the lucky one. I get the embarrassing testimonials. I would love it to be my knee or my headaches or something else. But ladies, you know those dreaded 2 days a month? Well, I used to be practically bedridden. Well, I can't really because we run our own law office. So I have to rely on Nurofen. Now, I don't like doing that. I never did. But I didn't need any on the first day. And the second day, no pain at all. None. Now, what I wanted to share with you mainly is that the first month that I got after wearing on X39, I did still have pain that first day, just not enough to use Nurofen. The second day, no pain. But the second month, I got less pain on that first day. Now, the third month in, I got no pain. Like, it still blows my mind. I just literally find it mind-blowing because I think of that, I'm like, do you know how many people that alone, just that single problem could help? One last example before we move on is my son. Now, he's 18. He has asthma. It's not hugely bad, but I gave him 5 patches to use because he wanted to try them out. And he's like, Mum, I want to join LifeWave. I'm like, what? You're 18. Why? And he's like, well, he goes, since using the patches, I actually can breathe better. I'm like, wow, really? Like, here I am thinking, I don't know, I just didn't expect anything from him because he's a young, healthy kid. But yeah, he goes, I can take those deep breaths that he couldn't normally take. Now, there is one more live testimonial we've got to share with you. Now, these are some good friends of mine, Liz and Marty. So are they on? Liz, are you around, lovely?
Yeah, we're just making pizzas at the moment. Hi, everyone. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. Like, we haven't been busy for so long, and then tonight we're just like, crazy slammed, and we don't have an extra staff member, so yeah, sorry about that. So nothing is planned, so this is how it is, guys, and I couldn't get my internet running, so sorry. But hey everyone, we've been on this amazing journey of the X39 for like 43 days now, and it has completely changed our lives. Not so much me. I mean, I didn't have a lot going on with me, although my husband did tell me that he has not been cleaning up the the shower hole, because my hair used to fall out, and I didn't actually really realise, because I was more this patch was really mainly for Martin, because he has quite a few ailments. So yeah, when he told me about the shower, and then I said, oh, okay. And the other thing I realised that I had really bad sciatica, but it was coming now and again, and I didn't actually, you know, you don't actually think about things like that until I go to the gym, and I thought, oh, I can do a bike, I can do a spin right through. So this has definitely changed our lives. We never ever thought that a patch would be able to cure us. Like, I am a sucker for all things, my husband said. He is, he doesn't sucker fools lightly. So when I told him about this patch and that he had to look at it, he said, no. Marty had 2 major operations coming up. And when I read into this, and I thought, it looks like that you can actually cure yourself through your cartilage. I didn't understand what the heck that was. So I rang up Deb, and she sent me all the information. I quickly sent it, told Martin, and he still wouldn't look at it. I said, please look at it. And, you know, if you're a nagging wife like me, yeah, your husband's just going to do it just to keep you quiet. But when he started watching it and reading it, he was like, oh, wow, okay. So it took him about an hour and a half. So we don't procrastinate. Once we see we're meat and potatoes people, if there's a problem and there's a solution, we pretty much jump back on. You know, we jump right into it. The biggest thing for us was that Deb Malone, who is our lovely host, Deb, because she was in law and her husband's a lawyer, that actually put a lot of merit in it behind that for us, to be honest, because it could have been anyone and we didn't really know what we were looking into. And when I thought, well, you know, Deb and her husband, they're not silly. They would have looked and done their due diligence. So that was a really big plus for us. We thought, yep, got the patches in. And I've heard a few testimonies tonight, and, you know, even the testimonies that we've been watching, we're like, those people are like, they can, all their aches and pains are gone in a day. What? In 2 days and 3 days. We thought, wow, okay, if this really is right, if it happened to us in a month, if one of Marty's ailments came right, we would be like amazed. So Marty is a smoker. He's about, okay, he's gone away. He's actually 15 kilos overweight. He'll say 5, no. So he doesn't mind. So there was a lot of things wrong with, you know, when he was a smoker, and I thought, oh, this isn't going to work. This really isn't going to work. But, you know, the biggest thing was he didn't want to he just didn't want to go under the knife. He was a bit worried, and as you are in these days, and he didn't know if they were going to miss he has 3 lower discs that are defunct, like literally. So after these patches, without a lie, like even after the second day, he was walking back and forward. He'd usually sit down for he'd be up and running like 3 hours in our business. So we go from usually 2 to 8. So about 6 o'clock or 6:30, Marty would sit down. I'm sorry, he would be talking, but he's still running around. I've got him running. I thought, let those patches work. He's actually just bringing in, oh, hello, darling.
Hello. How
Yeah,
are you?
you can come and like tell them. So yeah, Marty's just been, it's been a life send. It's just been a godsend for us. Like sitting down for, you know, 6:30, he calls the numbers out, we'd go out. This night, I would say the second night, but I'm going to say the third night because people are going, whatever. Because I'm thinking, no, third night, he's back and forward. We had one person down again. Marty was coming out the back, getting all the pizzas, taking them out. When we came out, my brother, who's the chef, he goes, oh, sis, did you notice Marty didn't call the numbers down? I said, oh, yeah, he didn't. And I'm thinking that's definitely not the patches. It's just no what this, it's not. So I go out and he's bringing the tables in. I went, did you realise you didn't come around the back tonight? You didn't pull out the numbers around the back for us? He goes, oh, really? Like, guys are terrible. They don't realise change when they see it. So, yeah, 3, 4, 5, it went straight, kept on going all these days, and he was getting better and better. I'm not saying that he's cured. It takes a little bit longer, but other things happened as well. Like he had a sore back. His back came right, so he didn't even realise about that. Like, his shoulder. For his back, he used to get up on all four, like in the morning, he'd have to get up on all fours and do his stretches before he got up. And then some mornings he'd just jump up. I said, "Oi, you forgot to do your exercises." He goes, "Oh, God." So he was like, "Oh, I don't know what's happening." So I cannot believe within the 7 days, so many changes happened to him. And I'm thinking, how come so much happened to you? I don't understand. And him being the skeptic, he said, "Oh, I don't even know if it's these patches, Liz." I said, "What do you think it is then?" Like, we wasted a lot of money if you don't think it is. But so we just kept on these patches. It's day 43. Martin's not on blood pressure tablets too, so he's very methodical in what he does and his tablets and all that. And I just noticed, like, hey, the 8th day he hasn't taken his blood pressure tablets. So I said, "You haven't taken your blood pressure tablets?" He goes, "No, I haven't." So I think he actually forgot about those as well. So you know, there's just so many changes.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. The biggest thing I really want Martin to tell is probably about his bleeding. So 2 major operations, no longer. We just cannot believe it. It actually happened after 4 weeks when we went and checked it all out. He said, "My back seems so fine. It's going to take a while to use the other patches." But his biggest thing from day one was, I really want Martin to tell, but he's busy running out there, so I'll tell it. Oh, he doesn't mind if I tell people. Do you want me to tell people about?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm not a shy boy.
He's not a So the biggest thing for us was Martin's actually had hemorrhoids. So if you know what that is, he would be on here. He does not have a problem. That was his biggest thing. So his biggest operation was to go and band these hemorrhoids up again. He's had it done before 10 years ago. We didn't even think about this when we got the patches. We didn't read the patches, what they'd done, the information. So while this was all happening as well with his knees, we get home and the first day there was no bleeding, but he didn't. I said, "Oh, I don't." It was just too much. I said, just don't worry about it. I don't think it's that. It's probably just you're just overthinking things now. Second day, third day, and he went to I don't know, went to the bathroom and he came out. He goes, "Past emotion, thank you." And he came out and he said, "Oh my gosh, Liz," and I jumped out with my younger daughter too because I know the situation. He's always in pain, and I said, "Oh my gosh, what's happened?" He said, "That is the first time in so long. That was really, really easy." I said, "Oh my gosh, okay, well, let's just wait." 5th day, 6th day, right through, no bleeding. We just could not believe it. Probably on the 18th day, I think, because I've written it all down. And he said, "The information's gone. The information's gone. The piles have shrunk." So that was, yeah. My son in England, he actually read my post and, "No, I didn't want to talk, Deb. Why did you put me on?" I told Marty to talk, so he's get emotional. So my son rang us from England because he saw what this was doing for his dad, and he thought it was stem cell therapy, like it was going to cost so much. He said, "You guys win lotto." So I'm trying to explain to him, no, it's this patch. And I said, "Son, you don't even know the best bit." I didn't want to put this on Facebook because, you know, with Dad, but, you know, his hemorrhoids, they're actually cleared. He's stopped bleeding and the inflammation's gone down. Everything has gone back in, and he's, you know, guys, they're pretty tough. My kids are pretty tough, but, you know, when they don't talk. And I said, "Son, are you okay?" And he goes, is Pop there?" He goes, "His dad." Pop. I said, "Yeah, I'm here, son." He said, "Well, Pop, you've had that since I was like 13. I'm 28. He goes, I don't even know what to say. I'm just amazed at that. So yeah, and just things are happening all the time. I can't thank you enough, Deb. Like, serious, from the bottom of my heart. Who would have thought, like, a plaster would heal us, you know, like, just crazy, no operations, no nothing. We still got, you know, we're going to keep going as you do, because you're going to get better and better. But yeah, I just want to say thanks to you, thanks to all the team and everyone who's come on tonight, because if you haven't tried this, you'd be silly not to, you know. I was like, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. And once the second day, I was already ringing up my friends, said, "Oh my gosh, this is what's happened to Marty. You need to get on here, do your own due diligence." A lot of them did have just come on. And they said, "You know, you can't just take this for a month, 30 days. People go, 'Oh, just try it.' You don't try medication for like 30 days and that's it, guys. You know, if you had ailments for 20 plus years like we have, or Marty's had,
Yeah.
I love it when people say, oh my gosh, okay, I'm just going to try them first 30 days. I'm thinking, yeah, your stem cells are still like waking up, guys. You know, it's just the start of it, like everything. So I mean, I'm not here to convince anyone. None of us are. We're just so passionate. We're a group of women and guys who are here to really heal and give hope to the world. And if you can get on board and just try the patches for yourself, you can do it as a business. We don't even care if you don't do it as a business. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Just get on these and see the difference for yourself and how it will just change your family and your loved ones. Yeah, seriously. So thanks, Deb. I think I've talked so much. Sorry.
No. You guys have a beautiful testimony. I think the most important thing, and the one thing I want to really thank you and Marty for is, man, it takes a lot for you guys to come on and share what you've shared. But you know what? People need this. They need to know it. So I'm so grateful. So thank you so much. I want to share this topography map of a lady's brain. Now, this woman was 77 years old. Now, I'm not a doctor, but as you can clearly see from this map, she went in for her first session 1. You can see session 1 anyways. Now, she hadn't tried X39 at this point, but you can see by the activity that her brain was clearly hyperactive with the red there. There was inflammation and a lack of brain coherence. Now, I'm not sure if you know, but when you have inflammation in the brain, you're at risk of things like strokes, Alzheimer's, and other issues within that area. At the second session, she had been on X39 for about 3 weeks, and you can see it even in that 3 weeks, just a dramatic improvement with no more inflammation and just improved brain coherence. And then finally, at that third session, you'll see, you can see that she'd been on X39 for about 6 weeks, and there's just a complete turnaround in her, and her brain remained calm after wearing that patch for 6 weeks. So what you're going to find is over time, just like how each month with my period, the pain actually got less until there's like none now. You can see that it's not just a temporary like fix. Okay, these stories though are a glimpse at how many lives that X39 has transformed. So it's not just about visible results. These patches work at a cellular level, so they're providing the deep healing that our bodies need, and it's just a natural and effective solution. Right, so you've seen some of the benefits, but here's just a few more we'll go over quickly. You'll see, so one of the things that X39 will do is increase the production of antioxidants and decrease the inflammation. So people might notice this as an improvement in the energy levels, a reduction in pain, an improvement in the overall well-being. Now, some even report improvements in their quality of sleep, and there's just so much more. Now, just over what to expect, in the first few days, you get 4,000 genes begin to reset. And within 1 to 3 months, you've got physical changes that occur. So you've got an increase in collagen, so that decreases wrinkles and increases hair growth. You would have heard some of the girls talking about their hair. In fact, we've got another girl in our team who used to lose handfuls of hair. In fact, so much so that her hairline was actually receding. She had spent hundreds of dollars trying to find products that would prevent this from happening. It's now stopped. She is just beyond shocked because that was not one of the things she was expecting. Within 3 to 6 months, you've got active stem cell repair, and within 6 to 12 months, you're actually reversing your age. And there is studies done on that. How to use the patch. So I'm going to just stop sharing and show you exactly what you get. So you get one of these packs. This is what they come in. This is called a sleeve of patches. Inside that, you will find a little packet along with instruction manuals and all of that. And inside this is where you've got your patches. So as you will see here, I'll hold it up to the screen, and it's literally, this is why my husband laughed. It's like a little plaster. So about that size, just so small. And you just peel off the back like that, and you pop it just at the back I probably can't turn around so you can see it, but you just pop it down there on the back of your neck. I don't know if you could see that, sorry. But it's just at the base on the back at the top of your shoulder blades there. Okay, now you wear it for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. So you put it on in the morning and then you take it off at night. It doesn't need to be exactly 12 hours. If you wear it 13 hours, no biggie. But take it off at night, allow your body to refresh and rejuvenate and do the repair it needs. And then throw that one in the bin. You get 30 in a sleeve, which is one for each day. The next day, you're going to put on a new one. Okay, super simple. One thing we do suggest is drinking lots of water because you need lots of water for optimal cellular function. Okay, so they do suggest half your body weight in pounds. That's how many ounces you should drink. So just convert that to liters. So there are a couple of ways to purchase. You can buy retail or wholesale. Now, it means that if you buy wholesale, it does mean you get a significant saving. And it means that you become a brand partner. Now, don't let that scare you off, because all that simply means is that if you share it and help others, you can get a kickback in money, in US dollars, by the way, which is pretty cool. So what I want to make clear is that there is no expectation. Okay, so if you decide you want to buy wholesale and you choose not to share, that is totally fine. There is no penalty at all, and you still get the product at the wholesale price. So it really is a win-win. Now, the thing is, as humans, we find it so easy to share, right? In fact, just the other day, we had friends that were invited us over, and they brought out their homemade ice cream maker to show us, and we all made ice cream. It was awesome. And we decided then that, hey, we need one of these. So when you're seeing incredible results, like I did, I naturally wanted to share. Like you've heard tonight, you've heard some amazing things, and we just want to share that with people. And you just naturally want to talk to people about it. So why not get rewarded for doing that? So whether you're looking for an additional income stream or a little side hustle or an exciting new business, we have a super supportive community, and there is limitless potential. Before doing my law degree, I ran my own marketing business for 15 years, and I've come across countless products, but LifeWave caught my eye as something truly unique. In fact, I remember saying to my mum and my son that I remember this, I was like, if this product does what it says it can do, then this is a killer opportunity. You see, what I was looking at was my business mind, and I saw that it's not just another product in an already saturated market, right? So unlike skincare or makeup or supplements or anything else like that, where you have to prove that your brand is better than the rest, LifeWave stands out on its own because the technology is so new and innovative. It's got a 20-year global patent, and we're only 4 years into that, and it has amazing benefits. For those that don't know, a patent is not just about preventing people from copying. To get a patent, you have to prove that your product can do what you say it's going to do. There is simply nothing else like this out there. There's nothing that elevates your copper peptides and reactivates stem cells. And not only that, I had so many just in my family that needed this. My auntie, who just had a fall and broke her hip last year, she's now using them. A good friend of mine who has neuropathy issues, she said that this is the only product that has ever taken her full pain away with those neuropathy issues. And of course, you all met my mum earlier, who had severely hurt her back, and I just saw the need and saw how this can help. Now, one of the most exciting parts is that this is so new to New Zealand, which means there's a huge untapped market, and that means an excellent opportunity for growth and success for those who want to get involved now. So being in business, there are 3 things that you need to be successful. You need to, 1, have a unique product, 2, an unsaturated market, and 3, something that all people need. And this ticks all those boxes. Now, just before we finish up, as we are going to finish up now. But I just wanted to share quickly that earlier this year, I completed my law degree. I've almost completed my legal professionals course, and I'm due to be admitted to the bar in November, which is very exciting. I'm so overstudy. And I had it all planned out. I had it all planned out, finish my legal profs, get into the bar, and move into family law, until I came upon this opportunity. And while I cannot and I do not make income claims, I will tell you that this right here is rivaling my salary at this point. And I am at the point where I'm not sure I'll be even practicing law, much to my mum's chagrin. But this is an incredible opportunity, whether you just want to help people, whether you need help for yourself, or whether you just want an additional income. Now, to get started and to learn more, please do reach out to the person that sent you to the Zoom. They're going to be able to help you out and answer all your questions. Now, as promised, we're just going to go to this wheel of names. I have everybody's name in there, so we're going to do the clickety-click. And we're going to see who wins. Beverly. Beverly.
Hello. Hey.
Beverly, that's awesome. I'm so glad you're on here.
Me too.